Here is a very sobering thought. 90% of Indian films don't make money. To understand why this happens, we need to see the entire process of making a film. So as you see, there are 5 steps to how somebody makes a film. The first is a concept. So you are a writer, you sit down one day and say, I have to write this story. So you go to a director and say, you know, let's talk about this, let's make a movie. The second is a pre-production. So you get together and say, here is the script, here are the cast, here is the crew, here is the location, and we're all set. Then you go and shoot the film. This process of shooting the film, or what you call in industry parlance production, takes up about 20% of your time. From the time you said, let me start, to now you're here at shooting the film. Now you have a rough cut. So most of the time, if you're making a film, you would maybe shoot about 15, 16 hours, and you want to then put it together to a 90-minute film. That process, you'll be surprised, is going to take up to 3 to 4 times more time than actually shooting the film. And what are you doing there? You're saying, let me go and put the music together, let me get the colors right, get me the sound right, actually making the entire process together and a finished product. And then there is sales and distribution. So if you have a good product, you will sell. Most production teams spend 90% of their efforts there. And therein lies the problem. Because 50% more focus, passion, and time is required to make that product that you made into a business. Ensure that it makes money. Why is that? What you just saw in the last slide as the last tiny bit is actually 50% of the work. Sales, distribution, marketing. So what does that mean? In context of a film, you're saying, okay, now I've got this film, and how many of you know how long Kahani took before it actually went, several years, yeah? So Kahani, nobody was willing to buy and show. So you could have a fantastic product, but how do you actually get it to the theaters? How do you get it on television? How do you find what international markets are there? How do you find if there are somebody willing to make a Bengali remake of the same movie? How do you go and say music rights, digital rights, YouTube? There are at least 30 ways that you can cut the same pie and make money. So now let's step back and say, anybody in this room, why do you create something? And I'm not just talking films, I'm saying books, the team that was here, performing, music, television serial, documentaries. Why do you do it? So this is the pyramid by anybody creates content. So the first one is, I was born to do this. You feel this urge to create. And once you have it, there's no way you're going to stop yourself. You have to create. The second one is, I have an entertaining story to tell. So you say, I think I can make this fabulous movie on Indian weddings. Or I can make people laugh. And I can create very good content of it. Only after these two do you say, I want to be in the entertainment business. I want to make sure that what I make sells and makes money for me and others. And why does somebody invest in creative projects? I think most of you would know how the pyramid will look there. It's an inverted pyramid. So the majority of people who are investing in anything creative is because they want to invest in the entertainment business. They are saying, I want to put 100 rupees so that I can get 120, 200 back. The second one is the hobby. Hobby or patronage. And that has been something that's been going on through time immemorial. Yeah? Akbar had Tansen in his court. He's a patron. He's somebody who looks at it as a hobby. And he says, I'm going to support people who are going to create content because I like being around creative people. And the third is this story must be told. I don't care. This story has to be out there. As you see, there is a discord between what creators are doing and what investors are looking for. And it is actually an inverted pyramid. And this is why a lot of people do not get to raise the money that they're looking for their projects. So what should one do? Creators have to ensure that they are pitching for their money to the right people. If you know that you're building something out of passion, you cannot go and talk to somebody and say, this is going to be the next blockbuster, just because raising money is difficult. You have to go and talk to people as an investment if that is what you're looking for. If you're looking for a donation or patronage, talk to people like that. Yeah? However, now technology is bringing about change. What is technology doing? Technology is enabling people across the spectrum, from their investment to passion, to actually invest or donate in bite-sized investments. So, if earlier you said, I think a story about, dogs on the street should be told and a documentary should be made. You had no way to go and give somebody 10,000 rupees and let him or her collect that money and make a film. Today, technology allows you to do that. And that is what is called crowdfunding. Yeah? If you move up the chain is where you have this whole business of entrepreneurs looking at it as a business and investors wanting to invest in it as a business. And that is the place where my company operates. We ensure that if entrepreneurs who are creating projects want money and they understand that they have to return it back to investors, we come together and put the two together. So that is where I am. Thank you.